oh my word, they're massive honkers on Lucy, I gotta say. Like, Hiramashima, you know exactly when you want to do a one-shot or what you especially want to do. You have to make Lucy sometimes, you know, just fuck it. Just make a sex symbol. Just, like, do that because you know exactly what everyone's thinking when they go like there. Like, I'm talking about all you single guys out there and all that, and ladies as well, if that's, like, your interest and all that, you're going, ooh. So the Fairy Tail one-shot has finally appeared, of the Stone Age one. This is the one that like Hiramashima just did like on his Twitter. It was like a small little thing they had. Fuck it, I'm gonna make this a full like one-shot because why the hell not? And like I came out of this and I was like, alright, so let's go out, like, you know, let's check it out, let's see what it is. And straight away, this, like, to say this is the raw of the Stone Age one. A lot of people said like I need to like just check it out, see what I feel like about already. And when say like the English time as well, I will do a like English or like review on it. Pretty much we're going to be talking about kind of like how I deal with the spoiler chapters, we're just going to be talking about. So let's go, you know, like, you don't want to see any of this stuff. I mean, it's a fucking one shot in the Stone Age, so I don't think you're going to be too spoiled too much. Like, spoiler, Natsu's a stone man, like, you know, what are you going to get? So we get to like cut off immediately, we get to see like Natsu there with his spear, just hunting his mammoths, like, yeah, I want to go fuck some animals like that. There alongside with Happy, and like we can clearly see like he's there, like it seems like his troop of like, you know, like Gargiel and Gray, they're like all in a, like a small like little tribe, and he's like, oh, I see a boar, I'm gonna be hunting, and they just look at him, he's like, wow, what a like fucking moron. And he goes straight in, he's like, I'm gonna hunt this fucking thing, I'm gonna throw it at this fucking deer, I'm gonna fuck it up. And then immediately he goes to throw it, and we find a naked Stone Age Lucy in the bath, which she thought of this as like an aggression, and she kind of ended up trying to throw the spear back at him, and pretty much like just going like catching it, and it was like Lucy running, and Natsu ended up catching her, and oh, this is looking very inappropriate. Lucy's there completely naked, and yeah, put some clothes on like that. I think you might want to do that. And pretty much like Natsu and Happy is like from what it seems like, because they can talk as well in this one, is like, hey, literally go and put some clothes on, like, will you do something about this? And then ends up being captured by them and getting taken back to the village full of the male Fairy Tail members of cavemen, and just a bunch of them are just looking at Lucy. And there was some really, you know, like the hero just knew exactly what he was going for this. He's just like, let's just get all these risque like shots and all that, let's just get pantsuits, let's just get bum shots, let's get all the titties, like, oh, everything is out there. And just how everyone's reacting by seeing her like that is like, even Laxus in this time cannot, like, he sees a woman and he's like, oh, he's the mightiest of our tribe, and he's like, nah, I'm down, like, that's too hot. Makarov's down, like, everyone like down. And this was a kind of an issue because basically this triggered the entirety of Lucy's tribe, which we can clearly see that with like Urza, Julia, like, you know, Kana, Levi, Beaska, like Mira Jane, like Lizanne, like all of them were like coming out saying like, yo, we want our bitch back, we want our girl back, like that. And clearly it was like, okay, so now we're gonna have a conflict. Like, that's kind of like the big like kind of plot of this thing is like, oh, we're gonna be having a clash between the male like, you know, cavemen, and then also as well the cave women. And I kind of like that they were coming out on like saber-tooth tigers. I was like, okay, let's see what these fuckers do now. And like Natsu, like, you clearly sees like, yeah, I got fire, fuck you people, like that, like how they lighting it up. And out of nowhere it's like Wendy's the only one that like actually puts it out, and it's like, oh, she's some sort of like worship to some like goddess or something like that. And she's kind of got like this weird little dress or something, and just like everyone just decides to go and clash with each other. You have like Gargiel with a giant stone mallet, Levy just completely bonks his ass. Like Gray was gonna throw some spears, and like that did nothing because Judy just broke a raft, and it was just like, oh, we're just gonna flood the entire area. Like the fucking male, like the guys, they got owned like really badly in this fucking one shot. And like Laxus was like, alright, I'm gonna challenge this chick, she seems strong. And Urza takes off the clothes as well for her battle armor, and like that weren't enough for Laxus, and like pretty much the boys lost and all that. That was just the end of the day of that. That's like everyone got their shit kicked in. Honestly, Julia, like seeing that one of the ball Matthew like sitting on Gray, like, you know, getting a big bunch of that cooch up in Gray, you should have been there, you should have been enjoying that, because if that was me, I would have been fucking drooling like that, saying, you know, I got a beautiful woman on top of that, I ain't complaining at all. And like leaving this off, it was just like leaving it was like, it seemed like Natsu was now gonna get killed, or like just like he was now gonna get his shit kicked out, and it was like, now you're next, motherfucker. Natsu ends up grabbing loose these old giant bunker busters, right? And what happened after this is the most dumbest thing thing because he just ends up going nuts and seemingly his fucking top part comes off and all the girls see his knob. It's just so everyone just runs away and it's like, oh my god, it's a penis, run away, get away, like that. And like everyone's like, yeah, praise Natsu, his penis wallet. What the fuck? Like, it's just so fucking dumb. And Lucy's like crying, just like, oh god, for fuck's sake, I'm going to be raped, killed, murdered, everything like that. And from what I was saying, they had a nice little ending to it because Natsu was like there, like, you know, actually ended up patting on the bag and it seems like, I ain't gonna hurt you, I ain't gonna do anything, I'll let you go back to your people. And just Urza returning, like after all that, just like going completely blushes, like, oh fuck this shit. And that's pretty much where it ends. Like, we had one real sweet thing though at the end, which I think was really, really nice at the end, which is like, from the top of all of this, like a Stone Age made this and Zeref was watching that and they were holding each other and there was a little heart in the top of the eye like that. It's like, oh, like I just went, oh, that's really sweet. Like, you know, if they can't have their happy life in like one like timeline, then fuck it, they can have their happy like moment here. I thought that was a really sweet thing, and it's just like probably Zeref and made it's like, look at these dweebs down here like that. Like it's nice. It's just a nice thing just to see him as like, but like he didn't have to do it. It's strange because if I remember in the actual little tiny one that he did on his Twitter, like Igneel was in it, so I was like, oh, I wouldn't call it Igneel, isn't it? It's like all the male worshippers worship like Igneel as some god or something like that, or like it's just like he's like a guardian. It's like there would have been some cool stuff there, but it's like other than that, it's really dumb. I'm gonna see straight up with you, even without like having the translation to it, I can tell you it's gonna be dumb. It's gonna be ridiculously like stupid. I mean, like that's kind of like how most of the fairy tale ones, like I think the last one came out after this was like the fairies Christmas one. Like that was funny as hell, and that was really like there was dumb stuff like, you know, Natsu having to slam Gargil's out. Like it's a real ridiculous stuff in there, and you know, it's like it's goofy fun. It's harmless. It's like it doesn't involve the story in any way, and it's just like fuck it. Do you want like an extra bit of comedy here and there? Then there you go. And it's just like you want a little bit of edginess. There you go. That's pretty much all I can say though on the rules themselves. I am gonna do a proper review of it once it finally comes out, but it was ridiculous like that. I feel like probably much when the review comes out, I'm probably gonna be saying the same thing. Although like we might find a few little differences here and there, but other than that, it was fine. It's not the best one out of them all. I think there's way better ones like out there, but it's like you clearly see that Natsu's like, I mean, what do you say at the end of the day? Natsu's boner won at the end of the day. I ain't gonna give it like a raving review for like, oh, his boner won the day, you know, yeah, like that. It's just like, if it's dumb, you want to chuckle, there you go. That's what I'm pretty much gonna be saying, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be saying that in the full review as well. But I mean, I think my favorite moment probably, you know, Julia, you know, sitting on that lace. I would have gone into town with that, but it's like, I don't know, like there was a lot of edgy shots in this one. Like there was like a ridiculous amount, especially in this one. I mean, come on, like the Christ's sake, like Lucy was like naked for like a good majority of this, so we're gonna leave it off there. You know, I felt like this was, you know, it's fun, you know, it's decent. I like, you don't have to read it if you don't want to, but I thought I'd just let people know and all that. Honestly, I thought the best thing about it was actually that ending part of like May this end, like Zeref at the end. I thought that was absolutely fucking adorable. I thought that was really cute, and I was like, I really would like, you know, if they can't be happy in one life, then maybe in this one they can. But that's all from me, so let me know if you love this fairy tale fucking Stone Age one shot. I mean, hey, they might do something with it in an OVA. I'd be down to seeing something like this dumb, like animated, but it's like, that's all from me though. So if you love fairy tale as much as I do, you know what to hit that like, you know, to subscribe. But that's all from me. I'll see you guys though next time.